Good morning. It is Wednesday, July 26, 2023. Back here for Daily Shakeup number 759. And today I want to talk about paddleboarding, more specifically, lessons learned from paddleboarding, and one in particular. You would think that the key thing to learn in paddleboarding is how to stay on the board, to balance. But what I learned when I started trying out paddleboarding, I wasn't really having any fun, because what happened for me is I was so focused on staying on the board that I ended up tense, nervous. It wasn't relaxing at all because I was so afraid to fall off the board, because I thought the idea was to stay on the board. And the answer is it only sort of is. And I remember doing this with my brother-in-law and my sister. And at the time, I wasn't too happy about it, honestly. But at the time, he came up behind me while we were paddleboarding and pushed me off. Initial reaction, pissed off. But then he said to me, "Jeff, you're so nervous. You needed to fall off, see that it was okay, and see that you could get back on the board, even out in the water, so that you knew that you could do that." In other words, you knew it was okay to safe, to fail, to fall off. And that's such a brilliant lesson for us in our businesses and in our leadership, that we have to be okay falling, slipping, knowing that we can get back up. So paddleboarding, we think, is about staying on the board. But in order to learn to stay on the board, we need to fall off the board. So 2 questions. Are you allowing yourself to fall off the board in your leadership, or are you instead hanging on tight, trying to always be perfect and never fall? And number 2, what kind of environment or culture have you created for your team? Is it okay for them to fall off the board, learn from it, get back on and keep going? Or are they too so nervous because they're trying to make sure they never fall off the board? It's a critical question to ask yourself and about yourself as a leader. That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. By all means, stay connected.